Shalom, family. It's good to see you all here. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. We're having a thunderstorm right now where I am. So it's kind of warm and humid. You know, that kind of annoying humidity, almost like if you try to turn your air off, you got to turn it back on because the air is so heavy. It's like that right now. But hey, I guess it beats a 93-degree day like I had yesterday, so I'll take it. So, I hope you all doing well. I'm going to be going over the infrared blanket. Some of you may have heard about this, some may not, but I'm just going to tell you what my experience is, and this has a lot of good benefits, including weight loss. Some people use it strictly for weight loss. You can use it for, easing any body aches and pain, because some people do have chronic pain or you may have joint pain. The heat really does help. Or you may have back pain. It's really good to ease any type of body aches and pains. It's also good for and I'll get heavily into, sore muscles, tension. Every time you use the blanket, it puts your body automatically into a detox, okay? And that's a good thing. So it's been an interesting journey using it. I got mine around the time when I told y'all I had, that thing we can't talk about, CV. That's when I got mine. And ladies and gentlemen, that's why I was able to do my videos during that time because it completely wiped out the symptoms that I felt. I felt mild symptoms. And after I started using the infrared every day, when I found out I had it, I literally the reason why I kept doing videos because I literally did not feel any symptoms anymore. I wasn't feeling any symptoms at all. So it was easy for me to keep going with my videos at that time. So, yes, definitely look into it. That's what I would say. Do your research. Infrared, you're going to find is used in hospitals. It's used for centers where you get therapy. It's used heavily out actually in the medical industry. And it is not unusual for you to hear that somebody went to some type of therapy and they use infrared on them. So it's not so much where it's going to harm you physically. Ladies and gentlemen, the sun has infrared. So if you have an issue with infrared, then you may not want to go out in the sun because the sun has infrared in it. And you can look this up yourself. Do some research. So, because I had somebody tell me, oh, infrared is bad for you. Since when? Then the sun must be bad for you because the sun got infrared, and nobody with melanated skin should be talking about infrared is bad for you and it's coming from the sun. Then I don't know what's wrong with your melanated behind. Then I don't know. All right. So let's get on with the show, ladies and gentlemen. So I got my blanket back in 2021, and I'm going to show you in a few seconds what my blanket looks like. Now, my son has one, my husband has one, and ours are all different. And I'll show you what it's like. You literally get under it, and the only thing that is sticking out is your head. The rest of you will be inside of the blanket. This is mine. All right. I got this from Amazon back in 2021. It is Velcro. So it's a like a heavy material. And when you get under it, you gotta shut yourself in using the Velcro. Now, my husband has one, his zip up. So if you don't like the Velcro, you can get one that literally zip up. And my son, he has one and his is also Velcro like mine. His is just a different color. His is blue. Mine is black. All right. And it has a control. And the higher the settings, the better it will be, especially if you feel sick, like any type of cold, flu-like symptoms or anything like that. You wanna put it on the highest setting or close to it as possible, and it will knock that stuff out of your system, like, overnight. And here's what I did notice about it too. Usually when spring come and the trees and everything is blooming outside, it is not hard for me to get a sinus infection 2 or sometimes 3 times in the spring. By now, I would have had about 2 to 3 sinus infections. This year, being that I get under it frequently, I've had 1. I had 1 sinus infection, and that is very unusual for me. Usually, I by the time June come, I would have gotten infected at least 2 to 3 times. I had it once. I felt the symptoms one day. I got under it. By the next morning when I woke up, I didn't feel any symptoms at all. Y'all, when I get under this thing, I stay under it anywhere from a half hour to 45 minutes. And when I come out of this thing, I look like somebody literally threw a bucket of water on me. I'm drenched from all the sweating and everything, and that's the point. You want to get all of those toxins out of your system, and then I wipe it down clean and everything once it cools and then I put it away. But it's heavy. I'm not going to lie to you. It is heavy. So let's get to the other things. So this is what it looks like. It got a controller. You can set the timer and the temperature on the controller, and you can see the little button on the bottom that's your on off power button. And there are different ones. So let's look at the health benefits of this. The health benefits are the infrared sauna blanket, which, that's what it's called. You can go on Amazon. They vary in price depending on what you're looking for in your blanket. You can get one under $100. You can get one $100, and some of them range all the way up 500 or even more. I didn't want to go quite that high with mine at all. I didn't. Okay, so the health benefits of an infrared sauna blanket, there are numerous health benefits, including weight loss. Some people are using it just that you're literally sweating off the weight. Look, y'all, I'm going to be frank with you. This sucker gets hot. You are literally closed in side the blanket. I have sweat pouring off my face and all over my body. I'm just sweating everywhere. And when I get out of the blanket, I usually will just walk it off. I'll just walk around the house until I stop sweating. I wait until the sweat is just dry on me, then I will get in the shower. All right. So, weight loss, muscle tension release. You go into detox automatically when you get under this and you start sweating, your body detoxes, increases your metabolism. And I can definitely tell that has happened to me. There's times I have used this blanket, and a few times I used it at night and I went to bed. It does help me sleep too, I notice. So, I'll use it, sweat at night, take my shower, and then I'll go to bed. And there were a few times I woke up and I was like 4 pounds less in the morning. So it varies. This may not be the same for you. It builds a stronger immune system, and you control it, and you can control the heat and the time. You can put it on the lowest setting all the way up to the highest. If you are ailing and you don't feel well, it's best to put it as high as possible. Yes, you're going to sweat your behind off. All right. And that's releasing the toxins within your body. So the result, loss of excess body fat. And of course, if you are on a good diet and you exercise naturally, then you'll get a lot of benefits from the blanket. Okay. I'm not answering that. So, I do want to also add, if you are pregnant or if you have heart disease, any kind of heart problems, don't do this. Don't do it. Okay, it's not for people that are pregnant. I mean, if you're pregnant, you can do this after you have the baby, but not while you're pregnant. Or if you have any kind of heart trouble, then no, you definitely don't want to use an infrared blanket with heart disease. And I mean, if you want to do it and you have heart disease, I would just recommend that you ask your doctor first before just doing this. It's really not for people that have heart problems. All right. So, the advantages of using an infrared blanket, the initial advantage of the infrared blanket is the impact and portable nature of it. Now, another thing I want to tell you, they will vary in weight. Mine is kind of heavy. I'm not, boy, that thing is kind of heavy. But make sure you get one, especially if you're a tall person. You want to make sure you look at the dimensions of the blanket so that you don't get one and it's, kind of too short for you and you got some height on you. So you definitely want to check for that. So you can get small, lightweight design blankets, and it varies. Now mine is kind of big. I can get in there and have a lot of room. So the infrared blanket can be conveniently used in bed, and usually that's where I put mine. I'll make my bed in the morning and then I will spread my blanket on top of my bed. If you're more comfortable on the floor, you can spread it out on the floor. Or if you want to do the infrared, but you want to sit up, you can sit in a chair. You could just get in it and sit in a chair and maybe watch a movie or watch your TV and until the time is done. It depends on your comfort level. Me, I'm comfortable. What I do is I make my bed and then I spread it on my bed and I get in it that way. That's just the most comfortable for me, but you may prefer it a different way. So it's whatever you're comfortable with. When not in use, you want to fold it up and store it, but make sure the blanket is completely cooled down. And then what you want to do is wipe it down because you're going to have all your sweat in there. So you want to wipe it down real good. I use the green wipes that I found on Amazon. Hold on, I'll tell you what it's called. Okay, what I do is I use the Green Works wipes that I got off of Amazon because it doesn't have anything harmful that will cause damage to my infrared blanket. And they're just wipes. And I'll just use several of them to wipe it down real good from top to bottom. And then after I do that, I just let it sit until it completely dries, and then I fold it up and I just put it away until I need to use it the next time. Mhm. So, it's been a good experience, but I would say the best advantage for me was how good my immune system became from using it. Um, that's what I wanted the most. Many of you that have been following me for a while know that I had bronchitis back in 2018. And one thing I said was I did not ever want to get bronchitis again. That was a terrible feeling. It took me nearly 8 weeks to get rid of it. It was horrible. And finally, when I got rid of it, I was always looking for ways to avoid getting that again. So, my blanket, this is how I use it. I use it probably 3 times a week. Whenever I feel something coming on, I'll get under it every day until I just don't feel any symptoms at all. I got under it during the winter months when I felt a little congested from going out and about and coming back home. And it always took that feeling away from me in a short period of time. So, some people said their skin even got better from getting under this all the time. But just look them over if you're interested and give it a try. It can't hurt. It's done me a lot of good. And also just go out there and look at the infrared therapy that many of the hospitals use on patients and or any type of center that use therapy. They also use infrared therapy, especially for people that got a lot of joint pain and they're trying to get some relief from that joint pain or muscle aches, or they might have, may have pulled a muscle or something. It's great for that. Yeah. So I just wanted to share that with you. You know, it doesn't hurt to research it, if you're thinking about it. And it's all about getting what you can afford. I mean, even the cheaper ones, they work great. You can even get one that's two zone where you may not want the heat up front. Maybe you want the heat for your back area. You can heat up just your back. Or if you just want your front to be heated up, but you don't want the heat on your back, you can get one that's two zone, and there's some that are 3 zone where it will include your feet. So mine, the one that I have is just all over. So just look them over. And like I said, if you're just looking to lose a few pounds, this is definitely good for that. You were gonna ask about joint pain, Robert Ross? Yeah, it's great for, joint pain. That intense heat will do you a lot of good. Trust me, it will. Oh, well, I definitely will keep you in my prayer, Renegade 6977. I hope all is well. Yeah, I like it because, I'm one of these people. Sometimes I get tired of swallowing a bunch of pills all the time. I do. And if I can get relief or build up my immunity without popping a supplement or taking this pill and that pill, I'd rather get under the blanket and let it build up my immune system. But I am very impressed at the fact that I've gotten this far in the season and I have not had but one mild sinus infection. That was it. And that has never happened. I mean, I could even think back 10, 15 years ago, I was getting multiple, especially when I was getting up and going to work every day. Man, I used to get hit with them sinus infections at least twice in the spring before summer would even come. So for me, that is a big victory just to have one. You a renegade 697, you said, "My wife and I suffered a miscarriage." Oh, I am so sorry to hear that. I am so sorry to hear that. I hope you and your wife I pray for you that you will heal from this, and maybe the next time it will be a successful pregnancy. That's what I hope for you. It is painful. I had a cousin that lost 5. She had 5 miscarriages, and I would say maybe, like, a year or 2 after I gave birth, she finally gave birth to a son, but it took all those times. Sometimes that's the way it is. Yeah, it could help. Like I said, it could help. I mean, the sweating, you're getting the infrared that's passing through your body, and that is a good thing. So, everybody, thank you so much for coming. I just wanted to show you this because I'm just getting so much positivity from using this blanket. And I hope if you happen to get one, you will get the same positive results, you know? And I got another thing that I'm going to go over with you guys, and it also helps in, building up your physical strength. You can use this device sitting down or standing up, and you get great benefits from it as far as your weight and just building up. If you want to build up muscle and strength, it will help in that too. So I got a lot on the horizon, especially regarding our health. And we definitely need to stay healthy because this country is going down real fast. All right. May the Most High keep his strongest, most powerful hedge of protection around you permanently. Shalom, family.